President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not bribe me to halt the nationwide strike. NLC President Ajaero cries out. Hello everyone, welcome to newsspottv. Since this year, apparently let's even say since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the president of Nigeria, as sworn in on the 29th of May 2023, with the announcement of the removal of subsidy that has thrown Nigeria off balance and we are yet to stand on our 2 feet, the NLC president has always been announcing and warning about strike. A few hours after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was declared the president, the price of fuel went up immediately. In fact, less than 5 hours across Nigeria. And since then, the price of everything, both goods and services, have skyrocketed, with people grappling with the realities, the harsh realities of living in this present economy of ours. As his work dictates, the NLC president, Ajaero, is meant to be the one at the forefront to fight the cause of the masses and also to demand for conditions and increments in the salaries of workers and all of that. Countless times he has declared strike, but none of that have ever come to pass. When a date is declared, when it's about almost few hours to that particular day or a day or two to that particular day, he announces that the strike has been called off, making Nigerians tag him as a toothless bulldog who can only not just put actions to his words. In fact, people compare him to Adams Oshiomhole, an ex-NLC president, who at that time led the NLC with so much charisma that whenever he declares that there's going to be a strike, regardless of what the federal government are going to say, and until they pay attention and try to negotiate, nothing would avert such strike. Now, this president of NLC, Ajaero, has cried out saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not offer him any bribe. Let's go into the news. The president of the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC, Joe Ajaero, has dismissed the news making rounds that the leaders of the Labour Union were financially influenced by the government to call off the recent nationwide strike. It will be recalled that organized labour under the aegis of NLC and Trade Union Congress TUC suspended the planned indefinite strike on Monday, October 2nd, following the marathon meeting with the federal government, led by the Chief of Staff COS to President Bola Tinubu, Femi Gbajabiamila. Prior to the meeting, the leadership of the NLC and TUC were in disputes with the government concerning the removal of fuel subsidy and the provision of relief measures to mitigate the impact of the policy. After the suspension, there were accusations that the labor unions compromised their stance in favor of President Bola Tinubu's government on the issue. However, in an interview with Vanguard on Sunday, the NLC president denied such insinuation, arguing that persons saying such risk being sued in court. Ajaero emphasized that those disseminating such stories lack a comprehension of how labor relations and industrial practices function. He argued that Nigerians making such claims are lacking in knowledge about labor matters. In his view, there was no reason to persist with the strike when the government had made proposals and agreements had been reached and formalized. He said, well, you see people use some words because nobody is taking them to court. What is the meaning of sellout? Those critics were not there when we started, and they are not the people that have our mandate. What we have are people who have no business and who are illiterate in terms of labor issues. In every labor issue, there is always a demand. When a demand is met, an agreement is signed, and I've never heard where labor continuing an action after agreements are signed. Mention one critic there that is schooled in either labor or industrial relations practices anywhere in the world. So when they say sell out, what did you sell out? How much did they buy it? Who is the person that bought it? So these are some of the careless statements that portray some people as illiterate on the subject matter. So let's take some comments from Nigerians. The first commenter said, If they have gone ahead, Atiku wouldn't have been able to fight this case with the CSU fake result. Labour did it for Atiku. Another said, all we are expecting is the new wage in all the LGAs in Nigeria. Another said, this man should not say anything again on social media because he has failed Nigerians. Even if he doesn't collect bribe, but the language by his response speaks negative compared to all his noise, let him hide himself. Another said, the fact that NLC itself, leaders accepted bribe from the defeated armed robbers from Yoruba land is not questionable. Joe Ajaero must go to hell with the defeated armed robbery from Yoruba land. 1914 fraud nicknamed Nigeria is Yugoslavia of Africa, in which the 6 geopolitical zones are sovereign states. Another said, Ajaero is a huge disappointment. Another said, whatever usually happens to any Labour leader that takes such bribe will happen to you too, if truly you took bribe, which I doubt much. Another said, Ajaero said, let's give federal government little chance to settle themselves when Nigerians are dying of hardship. It clearly showed that Ajaero was bribed. Nigerian workers have rejected Ajaero from henceforth as NLC president. Nigerian workers appeal to National Assembly to resolve the issue of minimum wage without delay, please. Another person said, nobody takes Ajaero serious anymore. Another said, yes, even from the words Ajaero, you would be convinced that Ajaero was bribed by Tinubu. Ajaero said, let's give federal time to settle themselves. Which time when Nigerians are dying of hardship? Ajaero is not NLC president. He's making his cool money. Another person said, NLC leader Joe Ajaero, remember tomorrow there is God. Okay, so those are the few comments that we can take right now because looking at the situations and the realities on ground, this is one of the less impactful NLC tenure that we've ever seen, with all the issues that has bombarded Nigerians in the last few weeks, months, and years. And nothing charismatic can be said about the NLC president. Remember some months ago, just within few weeks of President Tinubu's administration, the NLC president went for a meeting in Aso Rock, but the concerned representative of the federal government refused to show up, making it a very bad optics for the NLC president, Joe Ajaero. Now, he has said that anybody that says he's being bribed is likely able to be sued to court, as he has questions to say who did the bribery, how much was involved, and who collected the so-called alleged bribe. What's your opinion on this? Please drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. May God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.